Part 5, The Final Threshold. The mist swirls around me as I push forward, each step a battle against my own reluctance and the otherworldly resistance of this purgatorial realm. The path before me twists and turns, leading me through a gauntlet of memories and confrontations. I pass through scenes of my life, each one a stark reminder of my failings. The moment I betrayed my first real friend for a chance at a prestigious internship. The day I knowingly sentenced an innocent man to prison to further my political career. The night I ignored my mother's pleas for companionship, choosing instead to attend a fundraiser. Each memory is a dagger to my heart, but I force myself to face them to feel the full weight of my actions. Tears stream down my face, but I don't wipe them away. They feel like a baptism washing away years of callousness and self-deception. As I progress, the creatures that have been haunting the edges of my vision grow bolder. They dart in and out of the mist, their forms shifting and changing. One moment they appear as twisted reflections of the people I've wronged. The next, as monstrous embodiments of my own sins. Finally, after what feels like an eternity of emotional and spiritual trials, I reach the end of the path. Before me stands a great door, its surface etched with scenes from my life, both the good and the bad. Death materializes beside me. Its presence is now more solemn than terrifying.
You have reached the end of your journey, Sarah Thorne.
It intones.
Beyond this door lies your final judgment. Are you prepared to face it?
I take a deep breath, looking back at the path I've traversed. I am, I reply, my voice steady despite the fear that grips my heart. But is there no chance to go back? To make amends in life? Death shakes its head slowly.
I'm afraid not, Sarah. Your mortal life ended in that car crash. What lies beyond this door is what comes after.
The finality of those words hits me like a physical blow. I'm really dead. There's no going back, no chance to right my wrongs in the world of the living. A wave of grief washes over me, not just for myself, but for all the opportunities lost, all the good I could have done, but didn't. And yet, I feel a strange sense of peace as well. The journey through this purgatorial world has changed me, stripped away the layers of self-deception and ambition that had calcified around my soul. I may not be able to change my past, but I can face what comes next with clear eyes and an open heart. I understand, I tell Death. I'm ready. As I reach for the door, a thought strikes me. Wait, I say, turning back to the entity. All of this, my journey, my realizations, my regrets, is there any way to share it with the world I left behind? One last message? One last chance to do some good? Death is silent for a long moment, its featureless face unreadable. Then, to my surprise, it nods.
There is a way,
it says,
but it will not be easy. And there is no guarantee your message will be understood or believed.
I'll take that chance, I say firmly. Death waves its hand, and a shimmering portal appears beside us. Through it, I can see the wreckage of my car, my broken body still inside. Emergency responders are just arriving on the scene.
Focus your thoughts.
Death instructs me.
Project your story, your experiences, into your dying mind. In those last moments between life and death, your brain will create a surge of activity. Some call it a life flashing before your eyes moment. Use that surge to imprint your message.
I nod, understanding. Closing my eyes, I focus all my energy, all my being, on the story of my journey, my sins, my regrets, my path through this purgatorial world, and most importantly, the lessons I've learned. I push it all towards that fading spark of life in the wreckage. As I do, I feel myself fading, my essence dispersing. The last thing I hear is death's voice.
It is done. What happens now is up to them.
Then, darkness. Epilogue. Dr. Elena Rossi stared at the brain scan results in disbelief. The neural patterns were unlike anything she'd ever seen. A coherent narrative encoded in the final moments of Sarah Thorne's life. As Elena and her team worked to decipher the story, they felt the weight of its implications. A journey through purgatory, a reckoning with past sins, a message of redemption. It was revolutionary. But they never got to share their discovery. 3 days after the breakthrough, Elena arrived at the lab to find it emptied. Equipment gone, data erased, colleagues vanished. Only a single sheet of paper remained on her desk, bearing a simple message. This knowledge is not for the world. Forget what you've seen. The Watchers. For years, Elena obeyed, haunted by fear and unanswered questions. But as she nears the end of her life, she can't bear to let Sarah's story die with her. This manuscript is her final act of defiance, a hidden truth tucked away in the vastness of the internet, waiting for someone brave enough to believe. To you, the reader, what you've just read is more than a story. It's a secret that powerful, unknown forces tried to bury. What you do with it is up to you. But remember, in a world of lies, sometimes the most unbelievable tales are the ones most worth believing.